I have made some pretty weird flipbooks. I made a flipbook out of glass. I made a flipbook out of stone, a waterproof flipbook. I even made a flipbook out of toilet paper. But what would be the weirdest thing I could make a flipbook out of? What about meat? Like deli meat. It seems like it should be possible to do this. The question is, would I actually be able to flip a stack of meat pages? And most importantly, what should I draw as the animation? Yeah! Oh, what you doing? I really hate when you do that, Future Andy. Hey, what are you doing? I have a song you need to listen to. A song? What song? Just listen.
Ooh, a little hungry one. Open up a package of my bologna. Open up a package of my bologna. Open up a package of my, yeah.
That's it. I'll make the pages out of bologna, and the animation will be of Weird Al's face saying, my bologna. It's perfect.
My bologna.
So let's go to the store and find some deli meat. Here's the thing, I don't want to make this flipbook out of real meat because it would just make me feel like I was wasting it. So what I want is a plant-based meat. Okay, we've got some options here. These could work, but they aren't technically bologna, or should I say bologna? Let's try one more place.
Go into the market now. I'm the city's biggest bologna buyer.
Okay, I can't believe it. I found the perfect thing. This is bologna from Tofurky. It's plant-based, and it's literally bologna. I keep wanting to say bologna. Now what I need to figure out is what I can use to draw on the bologna, because when it's done, I want this flipbook to be edible.
My bologna.
So I've been looking on Amazon for edible inks, and I actually found this squid ink, which is super weird, but it's totally edible. So that is what I'm going to use. I am making a Weird Al flipbook out of bologna using squid ink. It could not be more perfect. I'm going to be using a paintbrush, so let's just test this out on a piece of paper. Yeah, that should work. I wonder how this stuff tastes. Salty. Okay, so what I need to do now is to plan out my animation for Weird Al's face. Basically, I want to make a cartoon version of Weird Al and have him lip syncing to the part of the song where he says, my bologna. So I've looked at a bunch of references of Weird Al illustrations and cartoons, and I want to use the 80s version of Al with glasses and mustache. To me, it's just so iconic, and that was his look at the time of my bologna. So step number one, I need to figure out the lip syncing and all the mouth poses, and then I need a paper version of the flipbook. And after I have the paper version, I will trace it onto the meat slices. Wait a minute. Is this even going to be possible to trace through a piece of meat?
A Twinkie wiener sandwich.
Like if I put a slice of meat on my light pad, am I even going to be able to see through it to trace the paper? We better test this out. Crossing my fingers. Well, first we need power. That would help. I need to plug it in. It works. I can't believe it works. I mean, it's blurry, but it works, and I think I can see well enough to trace the drawings. And now I have to figure out how to do the lip syncing, and I have an idea. I want to be able to reference Al's actual mouth shapes, so I figured out a really cool way to plan the drawings for each frame. At first, I thought I'll just find a video of Al singing My Bologna, and maybe I can get the mouth poses from that video, but this video where he's actually singing My Bologna, he's never facing the right direction for very long, and for what I'm doing, I really need him facing the same direction for each mouth pose, so this video isn't going to work very well as a reference. But I found a couple parts from his Like a Surgeon video that work great. I've taken screenshots from that video with his mouth in the various positions that I'll need. He's facing the same direction. So now what I can do is I can import those images into DragonFrame, my stop motion software, and I can plan the lip sync. Okay, so I've got the audio here. I have stripped out the music, so it's just his voice. And now I can go through it frame by frame and figure out which mouth pose will work best at each frame.
My Bologna. My Bologna.
And now that I know what mouth poses to draw for each frame to have the lip sync work, I need to now make my paper version of the flipbook.
My Bologna.
Okay, here is the finished paper version of Weird Al saying my Bologna.
My Bologna. My Bologna.
And now I have to trace all the paper drawings onto the slices of bologna. But here's my question. See, this is my premium Andymation flipbook paper. It is perfectly flippy, but a slice of deli meat is not. So I still don't know exactly how I'm going to flip it, but we'll come back to that. You know the crazy part about painting with edible squid ink is that I can actually drink from my paint cup. Yum. All right, the meat pages are all finished. Now I need to figure out how to actually flip them, because here's the problem. The slices just want to stick together because of their juiciness and surface moisture, and they have zero flippy springiness. So one idea is to coat each slice with oil. Nope, that just makes them stick worse, of course. So I thought about coating the slices with some powder, like cornstarch powder, which definitely helps them not stick, but I think is way too messy, and I feel like it will just ruin the artwork and make it really ugly, which is a weird thing to say about a flipbook made out of bologna, but that rules out the powder. So here's my current idea. I'm keeping the slices separated by wax paper, and I'm going to put the whole stack of bologna in the freezer, which should at least make the slices more rigid, and maybe that will help with flipping them because they'll be more stiff. So how does it feel living in the refrigerator, Al?
Living in the fridge.
Conan, the
$16.99.
After this message, I'll be right back.
Chia Flipbooks, the flipbook kit that grows.
Chia.
It's fun. Soak your flipbook, spread the seeds, and watch it grow.
Chia.
There's even a Chia pencil, a Chia light pad, a Chia USB cord, a Chia eraser, and a Chia Andy. So many Chia things you can collect them all. Chia Flipbooks, the flipbook kit that grows.
Chia.
Available at Kmart, Jmart, Ames, Circuit City, Family Video, Borders Books, Ace Hardware, participating dentist offices, delis, and your mom's weird friend Susan's house. None of that was real, but you can buy a real flipbook kit at Andymation.com. All right, the bologna has been in the freezer for a while. Let's check it and see if the slices being more rigid makes it easier to flip. I've been wondering if I might even need to figure out some sort of a hinge on one side or something. Well, they are a little stiffer, but the thing I was not expecting is that the slices have actually lost some moisture. You can see that the wax paper is all pretty wet. And if the slices are more dry, you know how sometimes you just overthink things and sometimes the answer is really simple and it just suddenly seems obvious and is staring you in the face? If I just lay out the slices and let them dry out a bit, the surface of the bologna will be more dry and then they shouldn't want to stick together and I'll be able to flip them. So I'm going to lay out these slices, let them dry out a bit, then I'll stack them and try to flip them in sync with the music. And by that I mean in sync, not in sync.
Baby, bye, bye, bye.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can flip this well enough to actually sync up with the music.
My Bologna. My Bologna. My Bologna.
I think that was pretty good. I can't tell you how satisfying it is to see that this worked, and I like to hope if Weird Al ever saw this, he would be proud to see his face on a stack of animated bologna.
My Bologna.
It kind of looks delicious. I just noticed something horrible. Is the Weird Al flipbook. I guess I should have put it in the fridge.
There's something weird in the fridge today. I don't know what it is. Food I can't recognize.